Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, today in this video lesson we are going to revise poem 5, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. In the online classes we are doing the same poem. Paraphrase which I will discuss in today's video, you must note down in your fair notebook. Questions from previous year's board examination question papers were already discussed in previous videos and were instructed that you should write each question in your fair notebook and write their answers in your own book, in your own word. You must write answers in your own words. So keep doing the same. Whatever being discussed in the video, you must record them in your fair notebook. Okay, so without any further delay, let's begin today's class. With the help of PPT, we will revise this poem, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. Let's begin. A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. About the poet. John Keats was an English romantic poet. He was one of the main figures in the second generation of romantic poets, along with Lord Byron and Percy Bysshe Shelley. John Keats was born in London in the year 1795 and died in Rome in 1821 at the young age of 25 due to illness. Although trained to be a surgeon, Keats decided to devote himself wholly to poetry. He is a romantic poet, and his poetry is characterized by sensual imagery in his most popular work, which is a series of odes: Ode to a Nightingale, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Today his poems are one of the most sought after creations in English literature. The above given poetry is an excerpt from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance, 1818, considered to be an epic poem. Background: John Keats published his first epic poem, Endymion, in 1818. It is a narrative poem about the relationship between a goddess and her human lover. The poem is based on the Greek myth of Endymion, the shepherd who falls in love with the moon goddess Selene, whom the poet renames Cynthia. This extract, A Thing of Beauty, talks how beautiful things give us pleasure and alleviate suffering and sorrow. The epic poem Endymion begins with the famous line, A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Now, theme of the poem. The poem A Thing of Beauty by John Keats conveys the message that beauty is everywhere and upon examination may be found. The theme of this work is largely centered on nature, as were many of Keats' works. In this particular poem, Keats describes the effects that beauty can have on a person. According to Keats, this beauty never diminishes and its effect is felt long after it is gone. Keats emphasizes that beauty is made for our searching, meaning that some people may find beauty in places that others may not. The theme of this poem is that beauty can be found anywhere and when appreciated can be used to raise your spirit in times of gloom. Vocabulary. Bower means a pleasant place in the shade under trees. Morrow, the next day, tomorrow. Wreathing, flowers or leaves twisted or woven. Spite, malice, cause pain. Despondence, loss of hope, dejection, dearth, scarcity, lack of something. Gloomy means sad. Pale means a thick dark cloud of something. Sprouting means to appear, to develop something. Boon means blessings. Rills means small streams. Break means a thick mass of ferns. Brink means extreme age. Grandeur means splendor. Before you read, what pleasure does a beautiful thing give us? Are beautiful things worth treasuring? So as you can see in the picture, some natural beauty. Poem text and explanation. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Poem text and explanation. A beautiful thing is a source of eternal joy. Its attractiveness grows with the passes of time, and its impact never fades away. It is as pleasant as a cool, quiet bower or sound sleep with sweet dreams or robust health and mental peace. It provides the beholder with a haven of tranquility and solace. Therefore, on every morrow, are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways, made for our searching, yes, in spite of all. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirit. The earth minus the beautiful things is a despondence, spiteful place, and is harsh toward human being. Every day human beings face gloomy days and darkness. The world has a lot of negativity, hatred, and greed, and there is dearth of noble souls. According to the poet, the cause of gloom and sadness is negativity. We often find ourselves in the midst of gloom. Moreover, one can fade away these negative vibes. One can fade these negative vibes away with the help of beautiful things that surround us. A thing of beauty helps remove the dark cloud that burdens our souls. Hence, the poet says that we human beings each day create an ornate band made of all the lovely things we see. This band keeps us bound to the despondent earth as we would otherwise be hopeless. These are some natural beauty, some shapes of natural beauty which provide us health, pleasure, etc. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. The mid forest brake, rich with the sprinkling of musk rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens brink. Here, in the stanza which we have just gone through, here the poet describes the beautiful things which are present on earth. These are the sun, moon, trees, flowers, daffodils, and the rivers. Poet says that all these things are like a blessing bestowed on all the creatures by earth. He further describes all the trees provide us with their shade, flowers with their beauty, and rivers with their coolness during the hot summers. All of these are the beauties of nature which are like a boon for us. The poet further carries on with the description of the more beautiful things present on earth, such as the beautiful musk roses, which have such a nice fragrance. Then he describes and tells the tales of mighty warriors who laid their lives for their countries or for humanity. He says that these beautiful things are the gifts from God for all of us. They are like a nectar given by God to us. And these are those beauties which are immortal and give us a reason to live on this earth despite having so many sorrows in our life. Now, poetic devices used in this poem, stanza wise. Stanza 1. Rhyme scheme is AABBC. Forever, never, keep, sleep, breathing. Alliteration, use of consonant sound at the start of two words which are close in series. Sleep, sweet. Metaphor, boar quiet, calmness. The boar is compared to the calming effect of a beautiful thing. In stanza 2, anaphora, use of same word in two consecutive lines of noble natures of all the unhealthy. Alliteration, use of consonant sound at the start of two words which are close in series. B in band, bind, N in noble nature, S in some shape. Metaphor, reading a flowery band. The beautiful things of our life bind us to the earth. Imagery, creating a sensory effect of beautiful things lined up in a string, a flowery band to bind us. Inversion, normal order of the words is inversed. Are we reading a flowery band? Alliteration, use of consonant sound at the start of two words which are close in series. T in that, themselves, C in cooling covered. H in have heard. Imagery, trees giving shade, sprouting shady boon, growing process of daffodils, daffodils with the green world they live in, clean river streams, clear rills. Antithesis, opposite words placed together, old and young. Metaphor, immortal drink. Beautiful objects of nature are forever like a never-ending portion of a drink. Rhyme scheme is used in every stanza of the poem. Forever, never, keep, sleep, dead, red, etc. Imagery, bushes full of musk rose, sprinkling of Fair musk rose blooms, books describing valor of fighters, grandeur, mighty dead, good providing us, God providing us the best things, pouring from the heavens brink. Now think about it, think it out, list the things of beauty mentioned in the poem, list the things of the cause, suffering and pain. What does the line, therefore are we reading a flowery band to bind us to earth, suggest you? What makes human beings love life in spite of troubles and sufferings? Why is grandeur associated with the mighty dead? Do we experience things of beauty only for short moments, or do they make a lasting impression on us? What image does the poet use to describe the beautiful bounty of the earth? Some stanza based questions. Read the stanzas given below and answer the questions that follow it. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a poor quiet for us, and a sleep full of sweet dreams, and health and quiet reading. Questions. Name the poem and the poet of these lines. How is a thing of beauty a joy forever? What do you understand by a bower? What kind of sleep does it provide? These are the answers. Now, questions based on next stanza. Therefore, on every morrow are we reading a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth, of the noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and our darkened ways. Make for our searching, yes, in spite of all. Questions which have been asked in All India Examination 2014. Why are we despondent? What removes the pall from our dark spirit? What are we doing every day? Answers. You should write answers in your own words. These are just sample answers. Okay, dear students. So questions which have been discussed here, I am showing you once again. You must note them down. From here it has been started. You can take the screenshot. These questions must be noted down in your fair notebook and must write answers in your own words. Okay, take the screenshot. You can match your answers with the answers which are shown here, but you must rewrite all the answers in your own words. I am showing you the answers so that you can just go through them and rewrite the answers in your own words. Don't copy these answers. Answers should be in your own words. Okay, dear students, so I hope you will be acting upon my advice. You must be noting down all the questions in your fair notebook and must be practicing whatever the questions are being discussed in various videos as well as in online classes. So thank you dear students for watching this video. See you tomorrow.